Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to the Great Gathering. This is Sapna Chandaria. I am an intuitive energy healer. For those of you signing in for the first time, it's so great to be back. I can't believe how much difference 1 week simply makes in terms of feeling like the necessity to be able to share this information. And I hope you are all doing really well. Hi, Donna. Hi, sweetie. How are you? How are you feeling? Hey, Hetal. Nice to see you again. Thank you for joining. So, how's it all going? My gosh, we are about to start a Mercury retrograde, and I wonder how you're all feeling with that energy and the shift, and where you're all at in terms of your energy. And hey, Salim. So Mercury retrograde, what does that usually mean? That means we're slowing down, things are sort of moving slightly backwards, communications are slow, things like that. So anyway, this is where we're at right now, and it's the beginning of today's session of the Great Gathering. So I am super excited to be here again with you, and it's so amazing how either the universe is conspiring to confirm what I sort of feel intuitively, or I'm just really good at what I do. So anyway, what I realized also for these past sort of 4 episodes is that I've been giving you a lot of information, okay? A lot of information. And I really hope that you are going back to this information, taking your time, using the prompts that I've been giving you, and just spending, a few minutes every day reflecting on who you are and how to shift your energies and how to step into alignment. And once again, remember who we really are, okay? And in these past 4 weeks, and again, with all of this information, I realized that, one thing that I really want to make sure I'm maintaining here is my true personality in all of this, which actually is, yes, I'm a healer, but I'm also, a fun-loving mother of one, an amazing child, a daughter who's about to turn 10. And she gives me so much inspiration, so many lessons, and the reminders that actually this world and who we make ourselves to be are ultimately so that we can leave it in a better state than we found it in, so that the next few generations and the kids coming in who are already on their own planet and on their own level have something solid as a foundation to step up from. Yeah. So let's not forget about being playful, having fun, doing our work, and also becoming better at who we are. Right? So that's really what I wanted to say about this, is just remember to be playful, remember to be light, remember that even though this work may seem hard and tough, and you don't really see the other side immediately, we need to trust that ultimately this is who we are, okay, and bringing in the lightness and the fun and the playfulness. So today, one of the big things I wanted to talk about actually is change and why we're so bad at it. Why do we resist change? People, tell me, why do we resist change? What is it that we are so afraid of when we're being called to change something in our lives? Of course, there's the big stuff like the relationships and, countries and stuff like that. But ultimately, when we do stuff step by step, change is going to happen anyway. I remember this one saying and this one quote, I can't remember who it was by, but that change is the one constant thing in our lives, right? Change is the one thing we can count on to happen constantly. So what is it that we're afraid of? Mostly we're afraid of the unknown. We're afraid of not knowing what's on the other side of a decision, what's on the other side of making this change. And so let's address that. Let's address the fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown is definitely sitting in the collective consciousness, I agree, but it also comes from a place of not feeling like you're good enough to handle whatever it is the unknown is going to bring you. It comes from a place of feeling like you're not informed enough or equipped enough or talented enough or qualified enough. Let's use that word. And let's just think about this. Who are these qualifications according to? Employers, other people, basically. Other people that we have to prove ourselves to. Other people that we have to show our value to without truly fully understanding it ourselves. I mean, that sounds insane to me. How do I prove that I'm valuable to someone else when I don't even know what that feels like for myself? So the fear of the unknown comes from a place of not knowing your value, not knowing truly how much you are worth. And what is that going to take? What is it going to take for you to truly understand your worth? Okay. What's interesting is that I pulled a card this morning from my, again, amazing Work Your Light cards. And the question was to source, show me what it is that I need to share with my gatherers this morning. And this is what I got. Can you all see that? The crumbling. And at the bottom it says, what are you clinging on to? What are you clinging on to? So again, what is it that we're resisting? What is it that we are clinging on to? Why are we not allowing ourselves to surrender and to trust that everything is exactly as it should be? Okay, I'm going to read you from the book what it says about the crumbling. Just very quickly, I'm not going to read all of it, but just so that you have an idea. So there is a shift happening right now where anything inauthentic can no longer survive. Anything inauthentic can no longer survive. This is the message from the universe. We're trying so hard to hold on to what is familiar, what keeps us in our comfort zone, what somehow keeps us safe. And I'm going like this because it doesn't actually keep us safe at all. Relationships, jobs, social structures, anything built on shaky ground is destined to tumble down. It's happening to bring you back home to who you truly are, both individually and to society as a whole, so that you can live a life that is in alignment with who you truly are. I'm going to step on all this. I'm going to touch on, on alignment next within this session today. So what are we being called to do? The crumbling. What is the crumbling calling us to do? Hi, everyone who's just joined. Thank you so much this is the card I pulled for you guys today. And funnily enough, I wanted to talk about change and our resistance to it. So here we go. What are you clinging on to? Okay. And so therefore, with this card, what are we being called to do? You are being called to surrender, to stop trying to hold it all together, to loosen your grip, and to let the crumbling occur. Loosen your grip, okay? We are holding so tightly onto, again, what keeps us safe. And yet, on the other side of that are these unbelievably limitless possibilities that we don't believe we're worth having, first of all. We don't believe that we are valuable enough or good enough to have access to these limitless possibilities. What does that sound like to you? Do you believe you're worth it? What comes up is the L'Oreal ad. Yeah, because I'm worth it. And that's exactly it, right? It may be difficult at first, but in the end, the sooner you let go, the sooner the rebirthing can occur. In the last video, I downloaded you all with what it feels like to let go. Again, the same theme continues. What is it that you have to let go of so that the rebirthing can begin? Okay? Please think about why you are resisting change. What are you clinging to? What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? Now that's a very valid question, because we hold on to stuff with the belief that nothing's going to come and take its place. But ask yourselves if that is really true for you. I don't believe that. It's not true for us. Every time we create space, something new and more beautiful comes in. Something more aligned to your belief systems comes in. And as you raise your vibration, and as the earth and the planet raises its consciousness, we are all given the opportunity to attract so much more, so much better. And so things that are not serving you anymore, people, jobs, relationships, your own belief systems, yeah? This is the stuff that we have to allow ourselves to crumble, allow it to crumble around us. Fabulous. So lovely to see you all. So the next thing and the next point that I want to bring in is alignment. Yesterday I posted, or 2 days ago, I posted this amazing video by a South African woman in which she was very spiritual. She had an amazing, practice. She was a yogi. She meditated every day. She ate healthily, all this good stuff. And in the end, she developed cancer of the throat. And why did that happen? One of the lessons that she says she learned out of her healing process is that she finally understood that no matter what we have in our conscious mind, it needs to align with what we carry in our subconscious belief systems, okay? So we can tell ourselves all day long that we love ourselves. We can tell ourselves all day long that we're good enough. But is this really what is programmed into our DNA? Is this really what is programmed into our energy field? No. And I can tell you that over the last, I don't know, say 15 years of working on people, working on hundreds of people, I start with these belief systems in every single one of my sessions. I love myself. I like myself. I am good enough. I accept myself for who I am. I believe my body can heal itself. And I can tell you that 99.9999% of people do not have these belief systems programmed into their subconscious. It's really quite mind-boggling how we are going in one direction with our conscious mind, and yet our subconscious is on a completely different plane. Okay? And of course, this means that we're going to be out of alignment. Of course, this means that when we believe we deserve something and we don't get it, we question. We automatically go into that victim role. We automatically go into that space of, oh, well, it wasn't my fault, or, oh, I'm not good enough, or, oh, I don't deserve this, right? So please check yourselves. Check yourselves what happens to you, where your thoughts go, what your belief systems are, when you don't actually get what you think you deserve or get what you want, right? What it takes for you to align your conscious mind with your subconscious, okay, are hundreds of different modalities, right? So there's hypnosis, there's tapping, body talk, there's theta healing, which is what I practice. There's, again, hypnosis I mentioned. There are so many different modalities, and ultimately it really doesn't, there's NLP. It really doesn't matter which modality you use or which modality you are most comfortable with. What is key is for you to align your subconscious beliefs with your conscious mind, okay? And I can promise you, because it's happened to me in my life, I've healed myself from vitiligo. I've healed myself from so many other things. What happens when we are in true alignment with our conscious mind, our subconscious mind, our unconscious, ultimately, we start getting closer to living our unique purpose. We start expressing our unique vibration, our authenticity, okay? It becomes one of these things where you're not even thinking about, oh, wait a minute, sorry, my subconscious mind is not aligned, I need to align. No, it just becomes who you are. Your energy and your vibrations start coming from a place that is you and no one else. Yet, ultimately, we're all experiencing this on a collective level. Okay, I don't want to complicate that. I just want to stay focused on what you have to do and how you can maintain your alignment. And when we talk about alignment, it's the alignment of the conscious mind with the subconscious, with your heart, with your body, with your soul, so that you can truly start living your best life. Okay. If we are full of this fear of the unknown, we're resistant to change, we're holding on to stuff that truly doesn't serve us anymore, and we know we're not in alignment because everything is a struggle, everything we have to put effort into, I don't believe that that's the quality of life that we are supposed to be living. Once again, remember, we are human beings, as we are expressions of the divine as human beings, okay? We are in a human body expressing the divine. And do you really think the divine wants us to struggle? Do you really think the divine wants us to suffer? No. Those all come from a place of free will. And this is the other thing that I really can't get my head around is, why do we choose to suffer? Why do we choose to struggle? What is it that makes us believe that life is hard? If we don't work, you know, as my dad used to say, 25 hours a day, we're not good enough. People won't appreciate who we are, etc., etc., etc. Again, this is us giving our power away. This is us expecting recognition and acceptance from others before we can accept ourselves for who we are. And what's so beautiful about this process and this life really is that we're all in it together. None of us is separate here, okay? And when we are able to understand that it is our unique essence, our unique experience of life, our unique vibration that needs to be expressed, that this world is waiting for it. I mean, trust me, it took me a long time to get here to you and to be sharing this information. But it's a calling. I feel it in my gut every single week, every single day. This is what I have to say. This is what people need to hear. And the more I do that, the more confirmation I get that you are also all looking for the same thing, okay? Please send me comments, questions. I want this to become more of an interactive thing as well. I think next week what I'm going to do is be more interactive in a Q&A, okay? So I want you to post some questions and let me know what are the things that you want answered live online during this Facebook session next Tuesday. Okay, what else? So just taking a deep breath, coming back to the present moment. Right. So the third really big topic that I want to address today, and it came up a couple of weeks ago anyway, is this continuation of the feminine and the feminine energy. Source tells me every day, talk about the feminine, address the feminine, heal the feminine. Feminine, everything. I see signs around me constantly. And so what is it that we need to heal? You know, 2 years ago when I really started this work again, a lot of work around the feminine was being done, right? A lot of people were talking about the feminine and the rise of the feminine and the age of the feminine and, you know, women empowerment and all this stuff. Yet, I honestly think we've missed the point, guys. I really think we've missed the point. I don't know where you're all at in your understanding of the feminine, but we've missed the point. The feminine is not a takeover of the world by women. It's not a takeover of the world by feminists and, you know, people who burn their bras kind of thing. Yeah, okay, our ancestors did that so that we can be here today having this conversation. But Source wants me to help you understand the feminine from its highest perspective, okay? Every single one of us carries masculine energy and feminine energy, whether we like it or not. I may be in a feminine body, but I also have masculine energy. Currently, we are still very, very stuck in the masculine because that is still the bar by which we measure ourselves, okay? The harder I can push myself, the more forceful I can be with my opinion, the more I am a leader and powerful and tell people what to do, that makes me better as a person. The more money I earn, the more successful I am, the more I boss people around, those are all signs of what the current world believes is successful, and therefore still staying very much stuck in the masculine energy, okay? Source wants me to tell you that it's okay to soften. Again, it's okay to loosen your grip. Nothing bad is going to happen to you, okay? We are all in this together, right? Loosen your grip. Let's soften within ourselves. Let's get more gentle within ourselves. Let's, use our intuition at deeper and higher levels, okay? The feminine is not healed in any way at all, okay? It is not about going from one extreme to another. It's not about going from extreme masculinity to extreme femininity. No, the universe always wants to find its balance. It's always finding ways to come to balance, right? You know, climate change and Mother Earth. We need to restore this balance in the feminine, right? And it starts within ourselves. So meditating more, being more playful, being more childlike, living in a state of wonderment and awe, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable. These are all qualities of the feminine. Nothing is going to happen to you if you allow yourself to become vulnerable. Only amazing things will happen, okay? And as we bring up more of our feminine energy, it's not that the masculine is diminished. It's not that you're losing a part of yourself. In fact, you're gaining so much more. You're gaining a whole new part of you that remains to be explored and discovered. I mean, how much fun can you have with that, right? The creativity, the true personal power, the love, right? The love that we can feel for ourselves. It is a powerful thing to be able to embrace your femininity. And I want you to start working on this, please. Last week, I left you with a prompt of, I wanted you to think about and meditate on and journal about this statement, which is, the sum of the parts is greater than the whole, right? Let's align that to the feminine. The sum of the parts is greater than the whole. So the sum of the masculine and the feminine within us is much greater than the whole, is much greater than our whole, right? And today's prompt is about truly stepping into your feminine energy. And yes, that includes self-care. That includes self-love. That includes talking to yourself sweetly. That includes kindness and nurturing and taking care of yourself like you would take care of a sick child, right? That is using your intuition. Yeah, I am so happy to be sharing this with you. And again, this is the news from source, okay? Give your feminine the permission to express herself in her highest glory. I mean, seriously, guys, go dress up as women. Women, dress up as women. You know, make yourselves feel good. Let's be radical. Let's be disruptive. What is it going to take us to truly step into this feminine? What is it going to take us to truly embrace these parts of who we are? Because it's only then that the healing can actually begin, right? Surrender, letting go, stepping into the unknown, embracing change. These are the messages for today. And wow, it's already 30 minutes. Once again, I love you all so much. I am honored to be here for you and with you and to be sharing all this beautiful deliciousness from Source. I look forward to seeing you all again. Please comment, DM me. I've had amazing feedback, so thank you all for that too. Have a wonderful week and stay in your feminine, okay? Lots of love. Namaste.